Good evening. Welcome to the forecast discussion, the evening forecast discussion for August 13th, 2014. It's currently 9:46 p.m. and we've had a very busy day out there throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, specifically right along the New Jersey coast, Long Island, and southern Connecticut, where at least 3 to 6 inches of rain fell, and in some locations over 9 inches of rain. Islip had over a foot of rain in one day and 5 inches in 1 hour. I don't think we're going to have to worry about any droughts anytime soon, that is for sure, as this major heavy rain event, which developed last night right at this time, and I was showing you the seriousness of this heavy rainfall and what was behind this heavy rainfall, which was a very impressive mid-level disturbance at about 700 to 850 millibars. So, well, all that's gone now. What's left is a comfortable, enjoyable, cool Canadian air mass. And let me tell you something, it's going to be very cool. I'm looking at MOS temperatures, GFS MOS, the model guidance that we look at to determine highs and lows and kind of give us a ballpark estimate. They're roughly about 10 to 15 degrees below normal. I mean, we're talking about highs along the coast in the mid to upper 70s. We should be around 87, 88, 88.5. No, how about 75, 74? Yep, it's going to be cool the next couple of days, but the good news is that it'll also be dry for the most part with high pressure in complete control. So let me show you exactly what's going to be controlling our weather pattern for the next 5 to 7 days and what impacts it'll hold for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Okay, so let's start off with the observations, which are still pretty much near normal for where we should be for this time of year, but are just about ready to fall off in a big way. Notice the dew points here. The dew points are falling into the lower to mid 50s. We don't have any 40s yet until we get out here towards western Pennsylvania, but we clearly have a far more cooler, drier air mass building into the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So currently, as of 10 p.m., temperatures range from the upper 60s to lower 70s over the New York City metropolitan area and lower to mid 70s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Towards the northwest suburbs, we're in the mid to upper 60s. Temperatures by tomorrow morning will fall off into the upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast and in most urban locations. Could be mid 60s here in Philadelphia. The interior expected to fall off to the lower to mid 50s with clear skies and weakening winds, roughly around 4 to 5 miles per hour from the northwest, with humidity crashing like a rock as some very dry air builds into the region. So we clearly have an improving weather pattern setting up with high pressure taking control. On the latest surface map, we have still 2 areas of low pressure here. This one is the one associated with all that heavy rain that's lifting up towards the Canadian Maritimes and away from our neck of the woods. This cold front is a secondary cold front, not much in the way of precipitation, but will enhance the cool air mass that is going to be in place for the end of this week and through this upcoming weekend. And then here's our polar high pressure system taking full control of the entire weather pattern. But there's more to this weather pattern than just the low pressure system and this high pressure system, which I'll show in just a few seconds. I want to show you the radar real fast. We did have a complex of thunderstorms like Long Island needs it, moving through Long Island and now off of the coast. They stayed below severe level, but they produced more rainfall, which they do not need in that area. Here's another disturbance that is rotating through the Mohawk River Valley that will also head towards portions of Massachusetts and northern Connecticut by tomorrow morning, likely as only just a few showers as this complex is starting to weaken. And the rest of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area are pretty much dry. We do have this one isolated shower out here in northwest New Jersey that we're going to have to watch out for the next few hours. But again, not much in the way of precipitation is setting up here. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see most locations are having skies clear out with only a few scattered clouds over northeastern Pennsylvania and also portions of the Hudson River Valley with those passing disturbances. And you can see all the lifting is focused well to the north and east towards the Canadian Maritimes. That's where we have all these cold cloud tops setting up. But let's look at the water vapor satellite picture because this is interesting. You see this right here? This is our developing upper level low. And this upper level low is going to have a fundamental major impact on the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, not only for this weekend, but through much of next week. Because this upper level low is going to shift towards the Canadian Maritimes. And when it does, it's going to create another high latitude block for the northern Mid-Atlantic, keeping high pressure in place throughout the region. But where is that high pressure system located? That is the key to the entire forecast. So let's take a look at the European model guidance from the Penn State UL website. Again, for tomorrow, high pressure is generally in control. Notice our upper level low is setting up over the St. Lawrence River Valley. Can't rule out an isolated shower or two in the afternoon, but most locations will remain dry with very dry air in place throughout the region. Temperatures tomorrow are going to remain well below normal for this time of year, rebounding into the mid to upper 70s for highs over the coast and along the urban areas. Meanwhile, the interior, how about lower to mid 70s? It's going to be pretty cool out there for tomorrow. And that, of course, is going to translate over into Friday with high pressure remaining in control once again with clear skies to sky cloud cover. Low temperatures along the coast in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Over the interior, lower to mid 50s. High temperatures in the lower to mid 70s once again over the interior. Meanwhile, along the coast and in urban locations, upper 70s to lower 80s can be expected. We should see temperatures around 84 to 87 degrees for this time of year, but we will be nowhere near that for Thursday or Friday. Now on Saturday, we moderate just a little bit. High pressure still in control, sky cloud cover can be expected, and temperatures will range from the lower to mid 50s over the interior, upper 50s to lower 60s along the coast for lows. High temperatures on Saturday will be slightly warmer, mid to upper 70s over the interior, and upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast and in urban locations. Now Sunday, high pressure starts to shift off the coast. We got a little bit more of a southwesterly flow with a cold front approaching the region with scattered showers and thunderstorms reaching the region late Sunday night. Most of the focus will be on Monday. Ahead of this cold front, though, temperatures will warm up with low temperatures in the mid to upper 60s and high temperatures in the lower to mid 80s. That's our warm-up. Then the cold front moves through on Monday with clearing skies by the time we get to Monday afternoon. Temperatures again will range from the mid to upper 60s for lows, but then for highs, lower to mid 70s over the interior and upper 70s to lower 80s along the coast, making for another cool weather pattern setting up for the northern Mid-Atlantic. So you might be wondering, well, why is it going to be cool? There's supposed to be a warm-up and a heat wave and so on and so forth. You might have heard from other locations and other providers. Well, the reason why is location. Much like real estate, in meteorology, location is key. And when you have an upper level low setting up around the St. Lawrence River Valley and then shifting towards the Canadian Maritimes, like what we have for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that means your main high pressure system is basically over southeastern Canada. Meanwhile, we have areas of low pressure passing to the south over Virginia and also across the Delmarva Peninsula. So that's going to lead to a very interesting dynamic. I think high pressure is going to be strong enough to suppress much of this precipitation to the south. So I think for the most part, Tuesday and Wednesday are going to remain rather dry, especially over the New York City metropolitan area, the Philadelphia metropolitan area. I think the southern suburbs could get into a few showers. But the key aspect to this weather pattern is that with the high pressure system in control over portions of the St. Lawrence River Valley, that means we're going to be under the influence of a polar air mass rather than a tropical air mass setting up over the southeast, which we could see here with this ridge trying to build and take hold. But this upper level low and this little ridge right here means that we remain in a rather cool pattern with temperatures again ranging from the upper 50s to lower 60s for lows and high temperatures only in the upper 70s to lower 80s for highs along the immediate coast and mid 80s for highs everywhere else, which is averaging near to slightly below normal for this time of year. That's your forecast discussion for this evening. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpa weather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. And as always, stay safe out there.